Welcome along to the beautiful island of Jersey for a very special rally. It's the 25th anniversary, and with it that brings some familiar old faces from the past to take part in what will be 2 gruelling days of action and night stages as well. But at the moment things are looking dry and the stages are looking good.
He's got a massage parlour.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 70 left. Into narrow medium left. Into easy right.
The 25th Jersey Rally, and it started to get busy on the Thursday evening down at Connex for scrutineering and signing on, where we bumped into the rally guest of honour.
Tony, obviously you just said you're a long-term fan of Jersey. What's brought you over here?
Well, I've come here because it's the 25th anniversary of this rally. I think I was very much instrumental in the first one taking place, and I certainly attended the first one, and I came once or twice after that. And I just think it's a wonderful little island to have a rally like this. And I first came here when I was with Ford, and I was giving a sort of lecture or a talk somewhere and showed them films of the Manx International Rally. And I said, you should have one of these in Jersey. And I think it did sow the seed.
I was going to say, this is kind of the millionaire's playground, isn't it? So it's the perfect place to host a rally, and beautiful scenery as well. You can't get much better.
Absolutely, no, it's great. I'm very lucky. I've had a career in motorsport, both as a competitor and then latterly doing a lot of TV for BBC, and I've been all over the world. I've been to 115 countries, and this is my favourite place.
Yay! Jersey has something quite special about it, and the competitors certainly coming here today got a potential field of 81, I think it is, which is a massive field of people. A lot of them locals, 50 local places, I think, or 50 local entrants and 40 places. So it's quite nice that it's actually kind of getting people from Jersey to take part in rallying as well.
Well, I think it's amazing actually, and the other thing that really impresses me is the standard of preparation. They're absolutely beautifully prepared now, and obviously they have access to all the parts from the mainland and so on, but the standard of preparation is really good. And I think the drivers, I can't comment yet because I haven't been for a few years, but if you ask me tomorrow I'll tell you what I think of the drivers. But they look a lot of nice people, and a lot of them know me, and I know it's been fantastic so far, and it hasn't even started.
I know, scrutineering obviously here tonight. You've had a look at some of the cars already. Have you seen any that are taking your fancy?
Well, I've got to say that Aston Martin, haven't I? You know, I want to see how it performs. I think the lanes are a little too narrow for a large, expensive car like that, but we shall see.
I think there's kind of books going on, there's bets being taken about how many stages it's going to manage. What's your kind of tip? Do you think it's going to complete them all?
Well, I have been talking to David Appleby, the driver, and he's a very competent driver anyway, and he knows what he's in for. He also says that it isn't that much bigger than a Ford Focus or Escort or something, but I can't believe that.
Well, we're looking, it's huge, and it's certainly been under the scrutineer's eyes for a long time tonight, so fingers crossed there's no problems with it.
There's no problems. I think the number plate was wrong. I think you got a plastic number plate instead of having a proper metal one or some trivial thing
The
like
things
that.
you get picked up for in scrutineering.
Yeah.
So just as a tip, what's the best stage do you reckon that's going to be here? Because obviously a lot of different stages, another new one this year as well down the Avenue.
Yeah, well, I want to see that one on the Avenue. The other stages, some of them will have been on previous rallies where I've been out here. I don't really know them by name, to be perfectly honest. I will at the end of the rally. I'll have learnt
we'll
everything.
We'll both know them by now, we'll be fine.
But I am interested to see that new one down the promenade. What do you call it?
Victoria Avenue, I think it is.
Oh, yes, well, that's it. And that's the scene of the old Grand Prix circuit. And I came over to Jersey about 15 years ago for Top Gear, and we did a full programme from here. And I drove up and down there in Bergerac's car, because that was all the old TT racing circuit and everything, you see. So all these memories are coming back, you know. So I'm going to go down there and watch that one tomorrow night.
Just do me one final favour. Just explain to me and to everyone watching the connection with Jersey, because it's kind of responsible for your career, and you're responsible, obviously, a little bit responsible for the rally taking place.
Well, I think, yes, there is another aspect to it. When I first came for that very first Jersey Rally, I was just sort of watching and spectating, and I finished up standing next to some of the local Channel TV evening news crews, and they hadn't a clue what was going on and who the drivers were or whatever. And a car actually banged into the bank and crashed in front of us, and they stood there, and I said, you go and talk to the guy. So I grabbed the microphone and I did an interview, you see, and that appeared on the evening programme in Jersey and Channel Islands. And when I went for my audition for BBC television for Top Gear in the early 80s, they said, I've got a show reel, and all I got was this little 2-minute clip from the local channel news, and that got me the job, and I was then on Top Gear for 14 years.
You must have been doing something right. I can only live and learn, that's all I'm going to say. Thank you very much for talking to us. I hope you enjoy it, and maybe catch up with you at the end and see what you think. Thank you.
There certainly was some Top Gear on display. Well, it is a small island, so is this influx of rally crews and fans appreciated? The Friday morning, and who better to ask than Mike Tate from Jersey Tourism.
There's certainly going to be lots of people here to do spectating, and over the weekend a lot of people coming to Jersey for that reason. It must be great for tourism and just to get people onto the island.
Well, an important part of this is it's a great time of the year to do it too, because we've had a flat out season. It's now October, there's just a little bit of a chill in the air, although it's great conditions, and that boosts the numbers no end. And most of these guys, once they finish driving, like a good meal and a couple of pints too, so we managed to shake some pennies out of people's pockets and keep a smile on their faces.
So basically the weekend is good for you, it's good for the island, hopefully good for the drivers as well?
Well, let's hope so. The one thing I suppose all of us quietly think is that everybody's completely safe and they have a great time.
Friday lunchtime, and the crews were lining up to go off the start ramp. We caught up with a few of them, started with last year's winner, Chris Leboniak.
Down on the start line, ready to go, joined by last year's winner, Chris Leboniak. Chris, how are you feeling before we go?
A bit nervous, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Don't know, I've not been G'd up all week about it, and this morning woke up 5 o'clock, bit nervous, so don't know. Sometimes it's a good thing, really. It's going to be a hard one this year because the lanes are very, very tight today, and probably all these lads here might be in front of me tonight, but I'll try hard tomorrow morning. And sometimes I like coming back with a bit of a battle from the back anyway, so we'll see.
Secret tactics going on?
Yeah, maybe.
And weather conditions for you? You're in the four-wheel drive,
yeah,
so is that going to be an advantage if it rains?
It's actually, yeah, it could do with a bit of snow. No, I shouldn't say that.
I don't think you're going to get that here in Jersey.
No, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't moan about it. It's nice actually for the public. It's going to be nice weather, so I'll just get on with it and see. It would have been better if it would have been a bit greasy for us, but it's not the end of the world. We'll just do our best to see what happens.
Right, Team Fossey in full force this morning. Teresa, how are you feeling?
Fine. I'm a bit hungry, but ready and raring to go.
You got your snack pack in there somewhere?
Oh yes, black bag full of chocky.
Now, weather conditions, we've already been speaking to Chris about the fact that he's got four-wheel drive. Weather looks dry today. How does that suit you?
No, it does suit us. You can have a good play if it's dry, but if it's wet, we don't mind because we haven't got the biggest horsepower of the Escorts, but you know, it's getting the power down, isn't it, at the end of the day? So we're happy whatever it does.
It's going to be a tight battle, I think, between the four first cars.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good, but also you've got Simon Major now, who was on the reserve list. He's been slotted in at car 14, so he's going to be another quick one. So yeah, there's going to be some surprises out there, I think.
Okay, and stage one, what's the point you're thinking? If we can get around that, we'll be okay.
The notes read start, absolute, finish, and it's going to be like that all day.
You were saying just before the start when we were talking in the hotel, you were worried about the rain, you were worried about the water and the four-wheel drives, but looks like it's holding off.
Yeah, it's drying out. We've got a bit of overcast, but I think we'll be okay.
Bit nervous?
No nerves.
No, he says nonchalantly. It's
No.
fine. So you're confident because it's a bit of a battle, this one, a grudge match.
Yeah, well, we got them two lads, and top 10's going to be fast, and Simon Major got a run as well, so it's going to be hard. 2 days.
2 days, and the
2
night
days.
stage as well. How's that going to find it?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. You'll be there, hopefully.
Jeremy, you seem to be in quite high spirits. You're in car 4. Obviously, you haven't had the best of Jersey Rally so far, 2 non-finishes. This year, confident that you can get it across?
Yes, I'm hoping that we've done, preparation is the thing, is the key basically, so we've done as much as we can on preparation, so I just hope that it all holds out, and the rest of it's down to me, keep it in between the hedges and keep it on the old black stuff, and hopefully we can have a good weekend. Really looking forward to it.
I was going to say, this weekend, it's a long old weekend, isn't it, for you guys?
It is, it's going to be, well, I was quite surprised. Terry said, well, the last car's at 11:15 tonight, I think, finishes on the avenue, so there's going to be quite a few tired people. Yeah, I suppose, I mean, if it's everybody's happy with it, and the best thing is obviously the household people are happy with that as well, we appreciate obviously all the household and people that we go past them and that, and we're very grateful that they let us come past the roads, and we have a great time. So we're very grateful for it all.
Steve, some last-minute preparations on the car, which means yours was probably one of the last over. Does that make it a little bit more nerve-wracking?
No, not really. I'm just really looking forward to it. I haven't driven one of these since 1999, and I haven't even driven this one just from the harbour down to here now. So, no, but looking forward to it. So.
Someone did say there are a few cobwebs in the car before you started.
It's been sat in the shed. It's been sat at Melvin Evans for 2 years. It's been sat in my shed for 5 years prior to that. So, but I don't know. Hopefully, it'll be all right.
Obviously, this is the 25th anniversary. There's a few familiar faces, a few past winners. You're one of them.
Yeah. Fortunately for me, but I've been doing this rally for a long time. I think we were looking back the other day, and it was about 1989 was the first time we came over, and probably missed only 3 or 4 of them. But no, it's a good fun event to do.
And looking just down here at the waterfront, you've got the beast behind you, the donkey as it's been called. How are you feeling
Dave
about
Appleby on the car? It's probably more Dave Appleby. No,
I couldn't possibly comment.
Well, you have to go and ask him later in the bar. No, it's he's going to struggle to get down the lanes. Not bothered about him.
It's all right. Who's your biggest threat then?
Well, all these Jersey boys and Berrin and everyone else. So you've got to get to the end of this rally. It's the most important thing. I think last year not last year, the year before we did it, on the Friday night, over half the field dropped out.
Wow.
So, just want to get to the end.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll see you at the end for a pint.
Thank you.
Take care. Now, you're the talk of this whole rally, it seems, to some people. You've brought down an Aston Martin. What made you do it, Dave?
Well, we haven't done the rally for 10 years, probably 11 years, and 25th anniversary. We won the rally previously in the past, and we thought, well, to support the motor club, we rang them up and said, look, it's possibility we could bring the Aston Martin, a new Group N GT, and we're just running it on the new tyres, Hankook tyres, and we thought, well, let's go out and get some mileage in. And it's a rally I enjoy doing. It's a good social event. The stages are very challenging. It's very narrow, which is a bit of a worry because we're stood here now behind Steve's Escort, and I see we're about 4 inches wider each side, so
Yes.
I'm panicking a bit now.
Yeah, people are saying that if you can manage to finish the stages and get them down the lanes, it's going to be amazing.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I think I'll be amazed. If I can get it round the stages and down the lanes without wedging it, I think I'll be amazed. So we'll see how it goes. But this is the first prototype car, 001. and for this new formula. If it takes off, then it should be interesting. The car's certainly very exciting to drive.
I was going to say, I think everyone's looking forward to the night stage, especially for you because it's your chance to open it up.
Yes, that's it. I've done the recce earlier, done a couple of runs on it, and it seems quite quick, so we might even get into fourth gear.
Oh, fourth gear.
It'll be like the Le Mans, you know.
Your top speed on it?
It's still got the standard gear ratios in, so it's geared for 180 mile an hour.
Wow.
But I don't think we're going to see nowhere near like that.
You do know the speed limit in Jersey's 40, don't you?
That's right, yeah.
All right, good luck.
Thank you very much.
I hope it gets back in one piece.
So do I. Thank you.
Well, before going out on stage, we'll hear from someone who does a lot of sports commentary on the island.
By Martin Keith, the voice of Jersey Rally, the aficionado who knows everything there is to know about this race. What do you reckon then? What are your tips for today?
I don't know. I was just saying on the way down, everyone's who's going to win. It's dry. Perhaps that people say that should suit the rear-wheel drive, but it was dry last year and Le Bognac walked it. So, to be honest, I think he'll probably do it again.
Really?
I'm looking forward to the battle of the Mark II Escorts behind him. I really hope a Mark II can do it, really, for the history's sake of it. But, you know, with this machine behind me, I think Le Bognac's got the advantage once again.
We caught up with him a bit earlier. He was saying he was quite nervous and he'd rather go into the end of tonight kind of maybe with a bit of a disadvantage.
I don't believe him.
He's psyching everyone out.
Not for 1 minute. He'll go. You know, you've got to now. The Jersey Rally. It would seem years ago you could feed yourself in if you like and build your speed up. Nowadays, they've got to go 100% from the start line. You know, it's not a long rally really. So I don't think Le Bognac will be holding off any bit. It'll be 100% from the word go for all of them.
And 25th anniversary. It's very special for a lot of people. Just tell us why it's so special for you.
I think it's special for the whole island, really. You know, I'm aware in the UK you can't close public roads like we can here and in Ireland and the Isle of Man. We're very fortunate to be able to do it. You know, I spoke to Andy Corner last year in the bar. You know, we'd had a few bit, and I said, you know, why do you keep coming back? And he said, this is proper rallying. This is proper road rallying. It's not cones, it's not oil barrels, it's not red tape. It's the real deal. You know, you get it wrong, you probably hit a granite wall. And I think it's marvellous. The island's managed to keep it going for 25 years. Hopefully we'll have another 25. It's from, you know, I mean, I did, I think, the third Jersey Rally, and the winning time was 36 minutes. You know, it was all over and done with in 8 stages on Saturday. Now here we are, 2 days. They'll be racing for over an hour. It's fantastic for the club and the island as a whole.
Okay, well, I hope today goes really well for you, and we'll catch up with you later and probably find out how it's gone for you.
Thank you.